Hey Angela. Okay, so I'm recording a quick little video for you here. I figured it would be easier for me to kind of walk you through my thoughts on your website instead of trying to type everything up. Um, okay, so first thought is your website's beautiful. Your work is gorgeous. And I love right away you tell people like where you're located. Curious, so I'm assuming this is your studio since you're adding an actual like physical address. Um, Sorry, I'm just kind of reading through here. Like galleries, blogs. Okay. All right. So I love, most people are going to basically go like here and maybe down here a little bit. Most people on the homepage, there's not a whole, I mean, they may scroll down a little bit. People are tend to kind of stay within like the menu. Like they're like, okay, well, I don't want you to tell me what I need to know. I'm gonna tell you what I want to know kind of thing. So they're gonna tend to kind of start clicking through here. My only thought is maybe your logo is pretty large. It takes up like if I were to pull up like the home screen, I really get this. I don't get a whole lot of this down here. So my only thought would be if there's a way to make that a little bit smaller, um, just so it's not taking up so much real estate because you want to have, essentially you would want something like this kind of being the first thing people see. So if you can create your logo to be a little bit smaller here, or even like move this down somewhere else so that you can have this be like your logo space, I think that's going to help people kind of get to start seeing your photos right away instead of your logo right away. Love, love, love the start here. I love that you're telling people like this is where you need to go. So start here. Again, like just the large logos, size that down a little bit. Love the photo. Okay. So I'm trying to browsing through some of this. So I would say this part right here is just a little bit wordy. So maybe just kind of scale that down a little bit. Introduce yourself. I love this, like your mission statement right here. You can even just say, as a mom of 3, I can relate to how overwhelming it feels to plan a photo session. When you book a session with me, you can relax and let me do the work. I'm going to walk you through the entire process, or something like combine these. I keep pointing my fingers and you can't see that. Combine these 2 paragraphs because I get like even me, or really even all 3 of these, because I don't read that much when I'm on a website. Like I want to know, like I read the first sentence of a paragraph, and if it's not something that interests me, I move on. So you could essentially take the first sentence from each of these paragraphs and make one little related, like 1, 2, 3, and done. Again, people are not going to read a ton. All right, galleries. All right, so you've got photographer, or newborn, family, birth. I would say you don't necessarily need to say McKinney, Texas Newborn Photographer Gallery. I think that was an attempt to kind of boost like SEO, but I think that for this purpose, it just confuses readers. I'm looking at this going, to me, this feels like blog posts, like the way they're titled. And so I'm like, well, I don't really care about this lady and her family. And I don't know this baby, so I'm not going to click on that. Like, it's very confusing. So I would either put a title above it. You can still leave these here, but maybe above them, put like newborns, family, birth. And that way they know, like, okay, I came here to look at galleries. I'm not seeing galleries. That would then tell them this is the newborn gallery, this is the family, this is the birth gallery. So when you click on that, okay. So I'm a little confused because when I click on gallery, I was expecting to see like photos. So what I would do is I would change these, either change the title from galleries to session information or information, because I feel like that's more of what this is it's more information about the type of sessions that you offer. And again, this is kind of a lot of information. I'm not sure why it's, unless there's supposed to be photos here. Let me refresh it and see if they come up. If there's supposed to be photos here, that's different. But I feel like it's kind of oddly laid out. And things like this, like I usually shoot during golden hour, the hour before sunset to achieve the best lighting, blah, blah, blah. Like it's just a lot of wording. I would either put all of this like in a welcome guide that you send to clients after they inquire, um, or find a way to kind of simplify that just a little bit. So I think the galleries needs to be different. Like to me, when I see galleries, I think of a collection of your best photos from that genre. And instead I'm getting more like information based. And I still haven't seen a ton of like photos. All right, contact. Perfect. Contact form. Love it. Investment. Okay, so let's look at families. Of course, see, this to me is a gallery. This is what I want to see when I pull up, because your work is gorgeous. I love like the colors. Oh, that photo is so pretty. I love the colors that are coming. I love everything about these photos. So this needs to be under galleries. All right. Collections. Perfect. You get all your pricing here. I love it. Easy, easy peasy. I don't know what VIP means. Oh, here we go. See, again, if I'm not reading all of this, because if I'm scrolling through, I'm thinking, okay, collections, I'm really just kind of looking at the prices, mini session, and then I see VIP. I'm not really reading this part right here. So I would maybe change this button to say like join my VIP list, or become a, what is it, AJP? Yeah, like you could say like become an AJP VIP or an Angela Jackson VIP, you know, something like that. So the button is not just VIP, because I'm thinking, well, what is that? Like, I have no clue what this is. So find it or move it somewhere else. I'm not sure. I just feel like it's kind of confusing right here. And then obviously contact me. Awesome. Studio spaces for add-on. Perfect. Okay. Now let's see, if I click contact me, it takes me back to that button, I'm assuming. Yep, perfect. Okay. And then let's see, newborns, same thing. See, again, you've got a really pretty gallery here. Information, perfect. And I would honestly have like that VIP button that we were talking about a minute ago, like for them to join your VIP list. I would either have that on everything. So like have maybe something down at the bottom, like under here, that's like join my VIP list for to be the first to know about special offers, discounts, updates, all that kind of stuff. That way they can join in on every single page. And then blog. Let's see. Perfect. Okay. So your blog looks good. The only suggestion I have here, and it kind of all depends on how you're able to lay out your blogs. It's a little bit like confusing. I'm like, okay, am I looking at blogs or am I looking at like just a random collection of photos? Like, I really want to see more of a layout like I saw here. Like where I can say, hey, this is, you know, check out the Susie family, or check out the Smith family, or check out baby Kaysen, or whatever. This one's a little bit confusing because I'm like, well, do I have to read through all of these to find like a blog that pertains to me? And then it just jumps all the way from like these kids to this guy. And then to, you know, I don't know. It just, the layout's kind of wonky here. I don't quite understand. The text below it is like, it's very small. It's hard to read. I don't really understand what these are. I can't click on them to do anything. So I don't love this section right here. I'd want to see it look more laid out like this, where I can click on it and I can see more about that session. But yeah, other than that, I think that's kind of the general idea. Just maybe make this a little bit smaller. I love your start here. Make sure that people can contact you on every single page. I'm pretty sure you have that on every single page. Yeah, you're doing great. If you have any questions, let me know. But you keep rocking it. You're doing awesome.